The Guadalupe Shoemaker sign is now underwater on Highway 39. Is there any way we can send a code red out to our Hunt residents asking them to find higher ground or stay home?
Standby, we have to get that approved with our supervisor.
You gotta get that approved by a supervisor?
Next tonight, to the exhausting search for the missing in Texas Hill Country. At this hour, 166 people are still unaccounted for. At least 121 people are now dead. And tonight we have learned about this code red alert that many residents had signed up for, and when it actually came, for many, several hours after the emergency unfolded. Trevor Ault from Texas Tonight.
Tonight, the agonizing search efforts in the Texas Hill Country. Officials say there's 166 people still missing, the number barely budging in 48 hours.
This is the kind of terrain that these search crews are dealing with, a flipped over vehicle, all this debris that's piled up high. We have a rescue crew right here. They've got a dog with them. They say they've been at it since day one, and in that time they have found 2 people.
The death toll now up to 121 as officials respond to new questions about delayed warnings. Our affiliate KSAT obtaining a recording of a first responder at 4:22 a.m. asking a dispatcher to send out an emergency alert.
The Guadalupe Shoemaker sign is now underwater on Highway 39. Is there any way we can send a code red out to our Hunt residents asking them to find higher ground or stay home?
Standby, we have to get that approved with our supervisor.
That code red sends a pre-recorded message to residents who signed up for the warning.
You gotta get that approved by a fucking supervisor? You have somebody, an officer who has eyes on of a situation and said, hey, we need a code red to the city, get these residents notified. I would be furious if I was in this situation and I heard that about how they were trying to initiate a warning for these people. Damn, that pisses me off.
Service. According to dispatch audio, it wasn't sent out until 90 minutes later, and some people didn't receive it until 10 a.m. Today, officials promising a review of the entire emergency response.
Our city of Kerrville and Kerr County leadership are committed to a transparent and full review of processes and protocols.
I mean, this is just wreckage.
Jeeper Ragsdale says he woke up to a call from his sister Jane, the co-owner of Heart of the Hills Girls Camp. The camp was not in session, but she was there, the water rising inside her home, and she was trapped.
She told me, she's like, it's already at the bed, I can't get out. It's like, break windows out, just get out. And she did it.
Jane died in her home, much of her beloved camp now in ruins. But Jeeper says her phone call gave him enough time to save people on his own property.
A lot of people got saved. And some of it was because of Jane.
And David, more teams from around the country are on their way here to help in Texas. Search crews have been using sonar, drones, and chainsaws, and officials are urging residents not to disturb these giant piles of debris because there could be victims inside. David?
Yeah, the gruesome search continues there, and we're thinking about all those families again tonight. Trevor, thank you.
President Trump expected to visit Texas to survey the devastation there caused by that flash flooding that killed at least 120 people. Search and recovery efforts continue, and the Trump administration is on the defense this morning for cuts to federal programs that could have possibly helped ahead of that deadly storm and after.
1 week after the floodwaters came rushing in, President Trump traveling to Central Texas today for a first-hand look at the broken heart of a national tragedy. As an army of volunteers joins more than 2,000 first responders working to reunite victims with their families.
We'll stay until we get it done. Yeah. And we want them to have closure.
Questions are mounting about whether more could have been done to get people out of harm's way. President Trump telling NBC News in a phone interview that while local officials loved the victims here and no one saw this coming, quote, in retrospect, after having seen this horrible event, I would imagine you'd put alarms up. Records from a 2016 Kerr County meeting show a former commissioner called the flood warning system pretty antiquated, and now new questions over how quickly local alerts went out.
Is there any way we can send a code red out to our Hunt residents asking them to find higher ground or stay home?
At the federal level, the White House adamant funding cuts did not hinder the National Weather Service in issuing warnings, while putting President Trump's calls to phase out FEMA on hold.
Well, FEMA is something we can talk about later, but right now they're busy working, so we'll leave it at that.
Amid so much devastation from Camp Mystic and all along the Guadalupe River, a local artist gathering photos for a wall of hope.
Thinking that there's a family suffering behind each of those pictures really brings home the feeling of honoring the people that were lost.
I heard about what was going on in Texas. I didn't really see the full scope of how it started, and but after seeing videos, I know it was quick. Within a few minutes, water was just rushing too quickly. It took too long to notify everybody, and it was too hard to quickly evacuate for everybody, which is why the numbers are so high in this situation. My heart goes out to all the families out there that have lost, somebody to this tragedy. I hope everybody is found and accounted for. I hope people are trapped in an area where they're still alive at least, and not, just finding more and more bodies. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Like and subscribe, I would appreciate it. Till next time, peace out, everybody.